morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as you are able and join me in welcoming Brooks School's faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. Please be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the staff, the student body, and the class of 2026, it is my pleasure to welcome parents, guardians, grandparents, family members, friends, alumni, and alumni to our 95th Prize Day. We're so pleased to be with all of you today. We are live streaming this event to many who are watching from home. With that in mind, I want to remind everyone to turn off and silence all cell phones in order to keep them quiet during the ceremony. In addition, if you are standing at the rear of the tent and are near any of the speakers that are part of the live stream, we would appreciate you taking any conversation above a whisper to a distance far enough away so that we will not hear you here or at home for those watching online. And as we did yesterday, now would be a great time to pop those cans of water. Thank you. With our insurers in mind, I would also ask that all of us here on campus please take a moment and note the nearest way out of the tent in the unlikely event of an emergency. And finally, there will be a luncheon following today's Prize Day ceremony. We hope all of you will be able to join us. On this beautiful place, we are also privileged to enjoy with one another. It is appropriate to begin with our land acknowledgement, namely at Brooks School. We live and learn on land once of the Pennacook people, and we acknowledge their enduring presence. I'd like to introduce those who are joining me on stage this morning. John R. Barker, class of 1987, president of the Board of Trustees. His daughter, Lydia Barker, graduated from Brooks in 2021. His daughter, Eliza Barker, graduated from Brooks in 2023. Mr. Barker. The Reverend Timothy B. Cogan, chaplain and school minister emeritus. His son, John Cogan, graduated from Brooks in 1988. His granddaughter, Phoebe Cogan, will graduate from Brooks today. Mr. Cogan. Rabina W. Egerton, Dean of Enrollment and Financial Aid and 34-year veteran of the school's faculty. Her son, Coleman Egerton, graduated from Brooks in 2012. Her daughter, Suzanne Egerton, graduated from Brooks in 2015. Mrs. Egerton. And Andrea P. Hines, Director of Athletics and also a 34-year veteran of the school's faculty. Her son, Benjamin Hines, graduated from Brooks in 2019. Mrs. Hines. To parents and guardians of today's graduates, with each passing year, I get one more year beyond both the mean and median age of every one of you who is a graduating parent or guardian today. I knew and learned from so many Brooks School parents and guardians as a fledgling parent, and I remain grateful for the wisdom I picked up along the way. Then there was a period of time when you were my peers, some older, some younger, but pretty much everybody had watched the Love Boat or Cheers growing up and agreed that the 1986 Boston Celtics were the greatest basketball team of all time. And now, I'm a lot closer to 60 than 50, and all of you are so young. To illustrate, I had a meeting in my office with a couple of parents a bit more than a week ago, and they noticed a picture on my bookshelf of my wife, Kim, and me in the White House's Oval Office with President Clinton in 1995, a perk of my wife's job at the time. I took the picture down and brought it closer to them to explain. It was then that I realized they didn't know it was a picture of me. Apparently, I was unrecognizable. I can appreciate that pretty much all hair pigmentation is gone, save for a few strands here and there, and I am a bit thicker than I was 31 years ago. But come on, Kim, meanwhile, looks exactly the same. I share all of this because I do find myself feeling a bit more emboldened at this station in life to comment on parenting. I'm not all that sure heads of school are expert about much of anything, but I am at a point in my life where I think I do know a thing or two about what makes a great parent. And I also know I'm in the midst of scores of exceptional parents today. I know that by virtue of experiences I've had with some of you, by virtue of the countless experiences my colleagues have had with many of you, by virtue of what so many chapel talks delivered by sixth formers this spring revealed about you, and by virtue of the character of these 95 young people seated before me poised to receive their diplomas. As I was attempting to get myself organized to do some graduation writing, I stumbled upon a book in that same bookshelf that an advisee had given me on this day 23 years ago. I'd not opened it for a long time, but its title, Fatherhood, and the writing that was on my brain called me to do so. She had given me this book, an anthology full of stories and experiences about the journey I was just beginning. Our older daughter was not yet 3, and our younger daughter would be born 2 months later. The anthology spans thousands of years, wisdom and insight about parenting and fathering that the many post-it notes I have left in the book over time reveal the frequency with which I once consulted it. There are some that make me laugh. President Teddy Roosevelt talking about his daughter Alice in the White House. I quote, "I can do one of two things. I can be president of the United States, or I can control Alice. I cannot possibly do both," end quote. Or this from 20th century American poet Ogden Nash's Exponential Fatigue, in which he shares his tongue-in-cheek view of being worn out by his children in ways that multiply. As a father of 2, there is a respectful question which I wish to ask of fathers of 5. How do you happen to still be alive? Yet this piece from John Lewis Stumple, who served as editor of the anthology, perhaps captures some of what you all are feeling today. He wrote, and I quote, "Let's face it, fatherhood is a challenge. It's the worst job in the world. There's no pay, no job description, no training, no medals. The hours are endless and you never ever retire. It is also, alongside motherhood, the best job in the world. The raising and care of another human being, and the most important. And for those who do serve as fathers, the pleasures are great. The smiling, upturned face of your child. Well, there's nothing to compare to that. It's as good as it gets. What I do know today is that every graduating member of this class of 2026 has made it to this point in their lives because you have loved them unconditionally and in ways that they have known and felt and will carry with them forever. They are here because of you, because of your hope for and belief in them, because, I dare say, they are the most precious thing in your lives. You know what the smiling, upturned face of your child looks like, and you know that is as good as it gets. So take it from me, self-proclaimed expert on great parenting, you should take a bow today. This is quite a group, and they are the very best of you. With admiration and appreciation for your partnership and the countless ways you have enriched these Brook School years, I ask all of you to join me in thanking the parents and guardians of the class of 2026. And now some thoughts about the school's faculty. It seems like a long time ago, and just yesterday, all at once, when we began the year in Ashburn Chapel on the first Friday morning in September, I had the opportunity to speak and directed most of what I had to say to one of the school's core values, engagement. In the talk, I was attempting to paint a picture of what can be realized when deep engagement in school life is the norm. Conversely, I was also highlighting what is lost or missed when our collective engagement effort comes up short. The terribly sad hosting an open house and eating cookie dough on my porch without any students attending became the cautionary tale. There's a t-shirt to prove it. Thankfully, this year's open houses were full of students and colleagues making their way through our home, and that dreaded scenario never came to pass. There's a lot that we ask of the faculty over the course of a school year. We do what we can to define what everyone's role will be before each year starts. This can include teaching a particular set of courses, holding a particular set of administrative responsibilities, coaching or directing or leading a particular combination of afternoon activities, taking care of a group of advisees, and being part of faculty teams that oversee dormitories, weekend activities, and the like. Then the year actually begins, and actual students, like this class of 2026, fill the dormitories and classrooms and playing fields and chapels and dining halls and every nook and cranny of this campus. It's not long before we are off script, beyond the job description, and encountering life with adolescence that is both deeply satisfying and head-scratching all at the same time. I work with a faculty that excels in those defined areas we line up and get ready to take on before every school year begins. I also work with a faculty that relishes the innumerable openings we have to work with students in between the lines, in unscripted moments, in what I think of as the gray matter of life at our school, the marrow of it all. I believe a great school year can be measured by the number of times all of us, students and adults, choose to engage in ways that extend beyond the defined set of responsibilities on our plates. And in this respect, this faculty seated to my left excels in ways this class of 2026 has known and felt for all of their years here. They know how good it feels to be in an extra help session that unlocks a previously impenetrable concept. They know the long conversation with a coach after practice that reassured them about much more than a game. They know how much it means to receive a vote of unwavering confidence about something they were thinking about taking on, but weren't so sure until this faculty member said, "Go for it." They know what it's like to look into the crowd at a show or a game or a performance and see their advisor staring right back at them and cheering them on every step of the way. And they know what it's like to stand before the whole school, to give a chapel talk, and see teachers who help them do so simply by being there. In our final school meeting of the year, we were making our way through some videos and announcements ahead of this year's school prefects getting prepared to unveil their farewell video. When the time came for the video to go live, we were informed that it was not a farewell video after all. Instead, this great group had pulled together a thank you tribute to Cora McKenzie, our Associate Director of Student Affairs, or Miss Mac, as she is affectionately known. Dozens of students lined up to participate and offered their thanks and gratitude for and to her. I'd venture to say that none of them did this to thank her for earning detention or bounds for some transgression or because she just happens to be an A-plus girls JV hockey coach. No, they lined up to do this because they know beyond a shadow of doubt that she cares about them. She has shown up for them in ways that mattered, in ways that can't possibly make their way into a job description, in ways that are emblematic of how our school's faculty goes so far beyond what is required of them. She earned that video. This class of 2026 know what a deeply engaged faculty feels like because they have experienced it every day. Every one of them leaves today with a faculty member or two or three or more who have taken permanent root in their hearts and heads and That is no small thing. Unlike my colleague, Mr. Charpentier, I'm not capable of coming up with an interesting poem for all of us to enjoy through every day of National Poetry Month in April. I am, however, drawn to one that I've referenced at points in my life when thinking about our faculty and the difference they make in the lives of our students. By Virginia Satir. I believe the greatest gift I can conceive of having from anyone is to be seen by them, heard by them, to be understood and touched by them. The greatest gift I can give is to see, hear, understand, and to touch another person. When this is done, I feel contact has been made. With the enduring contact our faculty have made with this wonderful class of 2026 squarely in mind, I invite all of you to join me in thanking Brooks School's faculty for all they have done to get us to this day. Thank you. The end of the school year brings with it an opportunity to present 2 prizes to deserving colleagues who are continuing at Brooks, and to thank those who are departing for exciting next steps in their lives and careers at the end of extended service to the school. I'll start with the William Dunnell Faculty Prize. The William Dunnell Faculty Prize recognizes an early career faculty member for excellence in teaching and notable contributions to community life. The chair of the English department, associate head of school, and head of school determine the recipient. This year's William Dunnell Faculty Prize goes to Brenna Caitlin Kelly. The Reverend George F. Vaught Prize. Reverend George F. Vaught Prize, given by the Sededicati family and awarded by the head of school to honor a member of the faculty who, in their first few years, has made special contributions to the school and exhibited notable professional growth. This year's George F. Vaught Prize goes to Amory Sumner Weld. A bittersweet reality at year's end is that new and exciting next steps in life are not limited to just members of the sixth form. This year, we would like to recognize 3 colleagues who have been here for a while and are poised to move on to a considerably less busy next step in their lives, retirement. You might detect their excitement. When I think about the many contributions this first colleague has made to the school over the course of his 13 years of service, it strikes me that many of them are behind the scenes, out of the spotlight, and perhaps unknown to many. He keeps a low profile by nature, but the impact he's had on every experience every member of this community has had has been profound. I don't think we would be in the strong position we are in today without him. In 2013, 2014, we were looking for a chief financial officer to come on board at what proved to be the front edge of an enormous amount of capital project work that has transformed the feel and function of our school. From Ashburn Chapel all the way through our academic commons scheduled to open in the fall, he's been at the rudder, working with school leaders, trustees, contractors, banks, town officials, and anyone else who needed time and attention in order to ensure our ability to improve our campus and the student experience. He did all of this work on top of overseeing the day-to-day operation of the school, building and rebuilding budgets in an effort to squeeze all we could out of every dollar within our reach. He did this collaboratively. He did this through the pandemic. He did this while helping shepherd the school's endowment to an all-time high. He did this while always being some number of steps ahead in his thinking. He's been an exceptional CFO because he has a blend of superior technical merit and an appreciation of the need to incorporate that skill set into the school's culture. Through it all, he has appreciated that he's part of a living, breathing, imperfect community, and he has helped us be better. In some places, the CFO's office is where exciting ideas meet their end. Not here. There's so much beyond the larger projects we've realized that he helped make happen by giving all ideas the airtime they deserve. For my part, I will miss his counsel. I will miss the ability to drop in on him in his office unannounced with some vexing issue on my mind, and his steady hand and perspective willing to hear me out. He's been remarkable in this regard. I've trusted him, believed in him, and learned from him, and for all of that, I'm so grateful. With thanks for his 13 years of service to Brooks, I would like to invite him forward to receive a small gift along with our thanks for all he has done for the school. Paul Clare Griffin. This next honoree and I first met a bit more than 20 years ago when her interest in teaching was just beginning to surface. Our children both attended the Pike School, and she was offering Spanish lessons in her home in the afternoons. Kim signed our kids up. Meanwhile, I was dean of faculty at the time, and we had a part-time Spanish teaching need in our language department. Kim emphasized how amazing this teacher was, and the next thing I knew, we were signing her up for the role. Little did I know that we had just experienced one of Brooks School's greatest strokes of good fortune. Over the 20 years that have since passed, the part-time need quickly became a full-time need, and she's been an exemplary and extraordinary teacher. This has been true due in part to her mastery of the subject matter and her exacting approach to persuading every student who walks through her classroom door that speaking Spanish is something within their reach if they work hard. This has also been true because she gives all of herself to her students all the time. There's been no limit to how far she will extend herself to help a student learn. I have seen this time and time again. More recently, with a number of years teaching under her belt, I've encountered too many alums to count who ask or comment first about her, about how she's doing, about how much she mattered to them, about how much they learned from her, and not just Spanish. She's been the faculty advisor to Alianza Latina since its inception. She is the holder of the Richard F. Holmes Endowed Chair. She blazed the trail to create our exchange program with Colegio Trainer in Lima, Peru. Her passion to pass it on course in winter term has been a staple and transformative experience for students for more than a decade. Her work as our school year abroad coordinator introduced international experiences to so many Brooksians who took some time to study overseas. She has engaged well beyond the job description in ways that have enriched the lives of a whole generation of students. Yet when I think about her legacy and the one core strength that rises above all the others, it would be her ability to push her students to limits they did not know they had, while also leaving no doubt that she cared for them deeply. She will forever be in the hearts of students who drew so much from her inspiration and belief in them, for the ways in which she saw them and heard them and helped them find their way. I've been proud to count her as a colleague and friend through these years, and I know I'm not alone in expressing how much I'll miss her. It's my honor and privilege to designate her faculty emerita and invite her to the stage to receive a gift from the school and thanks from all of us for 20 remarkable years of service. Lillian Barthelmess Miller. It is not an exaggeration to suggest that this final honoree has been connected to Brooks in one way or another for her entire life. Her father was a legendary biology teacher and coach from 1953 to 1992. His picture hangs in the Science Building, and the depth of his impact is known well to any alums here today who attended the school during those years. She grew up with Brooks School at the center of her life. And while the school failed to come to its senses regarding coeducation in time for her to attend, it is safe to say she was here a lot. As a young person, she was both a regular summer programs employee and a budding artist of immense talent. I'm not anything close to an expert on artists, but the range of her repertoire is extraordinary. She is curious and open-minded, and as such found her way into a wide range of mediums. Calligraphy was one of those mediums. Now, I do not know the particulars of the story, but I do know that at some point in the mid-1970s, 50 years ago, she was approached or volunteered or was put in touch by her father with the school about our need or want for a calligrapher who could do the beautiful diplomas this class of 2026 will receive later this morning. She started in 1976 or thereabouts and has been the artist of every Brooks School diploma for 50 years. With the school on the verge of its 100th year, and with far more students attending and graduating over the last 50 years than attended and graduated over the first 50 years, this means the significant majority of Brooks School diplomas in circulation are her work. Think about that for a moment and talk about impact. As her work on diplomas continued, her work as an artist and an art teacher grew. She ran an art studio out of the barn of her home and taught countless young people to be artists, but more importantly, to believe in themselves as creative spirits. Here too, my children were beneficiaries of her care and expertise as students when they were little, and as luck would have it, we had an opening for a part-time visual art teacher in 2010. It was then that she joined the faculty in that capacity and has served in that role for the past 16 years. She spoke beautifully in chapel earlier this spring on the occasion of our cum laude induction ceremony in what she referred to as her senior speech, joining the class of 2026 as they all head for an exciting next step in their lives. In her own inimitable way, she talked about the butterfly life cycle and the possibilities of new beginnings. It was her to a T. As wonderful a calligrapher and art teacher and sort of mystic she has been through these years, I think of her first as a gentle soul. I suspect her students and colleagues would agree that any conversation with her is calming. She has a way of connecting with people, of making contact, that leaves everyone she encounters feeling seen, feeling that they matter, feeling important. That is quite a gift, and she has shared it so generously with our school for a long time. With gratitude for all of the beautiful ways she has given to the school for a half century, I'd like to invite her to the stage to receive a diploma all her own, a gift from the school, and thanks from all of us reserved for people like her. Lynn Ellen Evangelist McLaughlin. would now like to invite Major Dale Kurtz, a 1973 graduate from the United States Military Academy in West Point, New York, to the podium for a special presentation. Major Kurtz.
Thank you. I'm an admissions liaison officer for the United States Military Academy at West Point. I'm also a graduate of West Point. First, I would like to acknowledge the veterans in the audience and those who have sons or daughters or other family members currently serving our country in uniform. Thank you for your service to our nation. The mission of West Point is to build, educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets to be commissioned leaders of character, committed to the Army values, and ready for a lifetime of service to the Army and our nation. I'd like you to meet a young woman who's accepted the challenges of the West Point mission and has earned a scholarship that includes all tuition, room, board, medical care, training, and pay. Jill Hamilton, would you please join me? This year, over 12,000 young men and women applied for admission to West Point. About 2,100 are fully qualified for admission. About 1,200 will be admitted. Those who are accepted will spend the next 4 years being physically and academically challenged at a beautiful and historic, yet very demanding place that is unquestionably the world's premier leadership institution. West Point is about leadership. Among its graduates are such famous leaders as Grant, Eisenhower, MacArthur, Patton. Other leaders include Rhode Island Senator Jack Reed, and former Duke basketball coach Mike Krzyzewski, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and former Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. There are also currently 7 members of graduates from West Point in the House of Representatives and 2 senators. West Point is also among the nation's top academic institutions, consistently being named the top college by Forbes magazine, the Princeton Review, and other college rankings. West Point offers over 36 majors in the sciences and humanities. West Point is highly ranked in the number of Rhodes Scholars, Marshall Scholars, and Hertz Fellows. West Point cadets undergo rigorous physical training, leadership development, and moral ethical training to develop those attributes necessary to become a commissioned leader of character as an officer in the United States Army, serving our soldiers, our Army, and our nation. Jill is an example of the young Americans West Point seeks to lead our soldiers and our Army. They are well-rounded and top of their peer group in 3 areas: academics, leadership, and athletics. Upon graduation with a Bachelor of Science degree from West Point, Jill will become a 2nd lieutenant in the United States Army. As an officer, she will be entrusted with the responsibility of leading our soldiers in difficult assignments around the world. It is important that we recognize the magnitude of this responsibility. Jill has proven to date that she has what it takes to succeed as West Point and as an officer in the United States Army. I know that Jill's family, friends, and community are very proud of her. I'm confident that she will be successful at West Point and in the Army. On behalf of the Superintendent of the United States Military Academy, Lieutenant General Stephen Gillen, it gives me great pleasure to present Jill Emily Hamilton with this certificate of acceptance to the West Point class of 2030.
And now some thoughts for today's graduates. For most of you, your lives at Brooks began in Ashburn Chapel, first thing in the morning, on the first Tuesday in September 4 years ago. A number of you joined the group along the way, and the sum total is the impressive class of 2026 you've become. While we know from his chapel talk that Tristan was in a knot and consulting with his mother about what he should wear that first morning, my hunch is that most of you do not recall all that much from your initial step into the experience you've now had for 2, 3, or 4 years. That first day can be a blur, and I suspect on some level all of these years are feeling a bit blurry to you this morning. Through the haze of it all, you've done so much to make your school great. You've astounded teachers with your academic prowess, your collective intellect, your curiosity, your work ethic, and your desire to learn and excel. You have impressed coaches with both your performance and your comportment on fields and mats and courts and rinks and lakes and any other surface where you wore a Brooks School jersey. You've astounded too many audiences and congregations to count with performances and talks of all kinds on the stage or black box or at the lectern in Ashburn Chapel. You've been leaders in and out of dormitories in ways that have set an example for younger students who will take your place in the fall. You've stood up for one another in ways that have given the school increased impetus to think about how it might be better. And you've forged relationships with friends that I'm certain will be with you for the rest of your life. And you've had so much fun. I never thought I'd see the day with a massive speaker on wheels rolling into my home at the crack of dawn, with scores of you singing and dancing on windowsills in what used to be Mr. Ashburn's office. Greatest prank ever. Let it suffice to say that you will have very different memories of that room than our oldest alums when you return for reunions later in life. There are a number of occasions over the course of a school year when I'm asked to speak about the state of the school in one form or another. It will come as no surprise to anyone that I generally begin those talks with a claim that the state of the school is excellent, not because I feel compelled to make that claim or feel a need to offer some performative gesture to the group I'm addressing. I also don't make the claim because I think we have everything figured out. Hardly. I make the claim because we know and are honest with ourselves about not having everything figured out. We appreciate that there is work and learning to do, and that realizing a mission aiming to provide the most meaningful educational experience our students will have in their lives is necessarily a dynamic undertaking. We need to stay on our toes. When I'm with alums who do not experience the school's life on a daily basis, I suggest to them that today's students are every bit as proud of their school as they were at some earlier point in time. Here too, not because everything moves along seamlessly or because we are always aligned about how things are going, but because we engage with one another in ways that create openings for both joy and improvement. This is what I meant when I suggested a bit ago that this class of 2026 has done so much to make the school great. To a person, they have felt and experienced and contributed 2 joyful moments, large and small. And to a person, they have managed and engaged in efforts to improve the school, to make it greater still. The combination of the two is their legacy. Some number of years ago, Steve Gorham, class of 1985, and John Barker's predecessor as president of our Board of Trustees, told a story about being asked a question by a group of students wondering who owned Brooks School. They speculated about him, about the whole board of trustees, about the head of school. And he finally answered with something along the lines of, "No, you are the owners." As we sit on the precipice of beginning our centennial year, this school belongs more to the class of 2026 today than it does to anyone else. Thus, I'd emphasize the following with this group of 95 who will soon be freshly minted Brooks School graduates. Everything we have on this magnificent campus has been given to us, entrusted to us, and enhanced and strengthened over time. We are here on the shoulders of a nearly countless number who have cared and continue to care about Brooks School, your school, in ways that have been true since Richard Russell's initial gift of land 100 years ago. This school that is yours will need you throughout your life. Take it with you. Care for it. Challenge it. Engage with it. Hold it in your head and your heart, and go today, firm in the knowledge that you can always return to it when you're looking and searching for a place that gives you a sense of who and where you are. You will find that here. Before closing, I'd like to take a bit of time to share at least some of the more memorable moments, exchanges, and accomplishments that come to mind when thinking about this class of 2026. Their capstone presentations, all four of them, were so polished, so impressive, and so characteristic of scholarship at its best. The many head of school open house regulars, the fun they had on Saturday nights was so nice to be a part of, and I never ate cookie dough alone. His mother and 5 uncles went to Brooks, and what an outstanding first of the next generation he has been, super in every way. There are some pretty amazing goalies in this group graduating today. Countless shots stopped and bruises endured over the years. Their beautiful voices on the stage in chapel at Brookstock guaranteed to lift your day. Their work as affinity group leaders, making sure that community within community was within reach for all of us. There's nothing quite like having the ability to call a head of school holiday whenever I want. Everyone knows I love them, and the email pleas I received from students for a reprieve are pure gold. Here's one for your enjoyment with my thoughts included from 2 years ago. Good afternoon, Mr. Packard. I hope you are having a wonderful week so far. Sure you do. I was just admiring the beautiful cherry blossom trees near the Luce Library. Oh, is that so? And the magnificent scenery made me realize how tired we all are from academic work and all kinds of work, really. It would be extremely appreciated if we can have a heads holiday right after chapel tomorrow so the whole school can have a day and a half, to take a small break and enjoy the arrival of spring. Nice try. All of them who gave my winter term course a try at some point along the way and survived the experience, I loved having them. It's safe to say that of all 94 Brooks School graduating classes that preceded this one, none of them come close to the karaoke talent seated before me. Who knew? She ran the Boston Marathon this year with her Brooks School people cheering her on every step of the way. What a feat. The truly astounding artwork they produced and displayed in our Center for the Arts, exquisite, prolific, and not to be missed before you go. They are part of an exclusive club, 3-sport varsity athletes, who impressed while competing, but are even more impressive as people. Her work with a friend on behalf of a charity that is near and dear to her heart was a truly extraordinary achievement and inspiration to others. There are always too many chapel talks to capture, but this group touched on joys and challenges and friendships and family in ways that revealed inner courage, confidence in this community, an appreciation for what we have, and a hope for what we might still be. We were and are better for all of them. This 769-word email asked for a head of school holiday on a particular April day during her fourth form year and included the following excerpt. I'm quoting, "As I'm sure you are aware, I was not. Taylor Swift is releasing an album that day. Now, I know that at least all my friends, even the ones who aren't super big Swifties, would love to stay up until midnight in order to listen to it as soon as it comes out. Except with class on Friday, this hope is unrealistic. A lot of people, possibly including myself, are probably still going to make the otherwise dumb decision of staying up until midnight in order to hear this album. Taylor Swift is our therapist, and based on the direction of my life right now, I probably need therapy. So help us regenerate. We need a break, and you probably do too." She finished with, "May the force be with you." She asked me for Brooks Bucks every time she saw me, and I have a picture of her and a friend showing them off during their third form year. I never learned a name faster. This year's Paranoia Game Masters managed the game beautifully and did an even better job keeping their roles a secret. There was so much academic talent honored at this year's Cum Laude Society induction ceremony. What an amazing group of students. She is a fourth-generation Brooksian in a roundabout way, with a great-great-uncle in the class of 1932, her father in the class of 1988, and a certain and exceptionally proud school minister emeritus and grandfather, an honorary member of the class of 1998. How about that? The guitars and pianos and violins and instruments that were all brought to life by so many in this class who shared original pieces of work with us in ways that always brought us to our feet. His recovery became far more than just the incredible inspiration he's been on this campus, reaching tens of thousands of people with a story of resilience and character rewarded. We are so proud of him. And this final head of school holiday plea from a member of the most prolific head of school holiday pleading group, the girls' varsity soccer team. She wrote, "All we ask for is a break, a day or two of rest, and a great dew point. We hope you can rethink your, spelled U-R, decision about saving it until after Parents' Weekend, because now, in capitals, would be the perfect time. Hashtag, our bus driver showed up to St. George's an hour late, so we won't get back to Brooks until 8:30. Thanks, your fave." And then in parentheses, she wrote, "I promise I will start singing the hymns if this email is returned with a great gift." Well, this email was returned with a great gift, the head of school holiday she and everyone wanted. The jury is out on whether she started singing the hymns. There are so many great friends and great athletes and great artists and great leaders and great citizens in this graduating group, and there's not enough time to do all they have contributed to Brooks justice. They come from 8 states and 7 countries, and they've been difference makers at Brooks for all 4 of the years they've been here. This has been especially true during this 99th Brooks school year, when they have been at the wheel. From here, they head more fully into a world with a great deal of uncertainty and a glaring need for community builders who are intent on doing all they can to improve the experience of all who are in their orbit. This class of 2026 is such a group, and my hope above all is that they draw strength from the years they have spent here on this most magnificent of all boarding school campuses, that they return to it often in mind and body, and that they know and feel in no uncertain terms how very proud we are of all of them. I'd like to finish with an excerpt that doubles as a poem taken from American theologian Reinhold Niebuhr's book, The Irony of American History. I shared this passage with the school in closing my chapel talk on that first Tuesday in September 4 years ago, when most in this class of 2026 were getting started. Niebuhr received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Lyndon Johnson in 1964 and influenced countless leaders in and out of politics throughout his life. To me, his words resonate when thinking about how this group has been engaged in helping their school stay in constant pursuit of being the better version of itself we hope to continually be. Niebuhr wrote, "Nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope. Nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes complete sense in any immediate context of history. Therefore, we must be saved by faith. Nothing we do, however virtuous, can be accomplished alone. Therefore, we are saved by love." Congratulations to the class of 2026. Good luck and Godspeed. And now, it is my privilege to invite to the podium the class of 2026 Prize Day speaker, Tristan Barry Quagger Yepto.
There's a lot more people up here than I thought. All right. Good morning, Brooks. Last weekend, a close friend of mine, Riley Clark, told me something that resonated deeply with me. If you don't know Riley's story, he tore his MPFL and his right knee 3 times during his time at Brooks. I've been there to witness 2 of them. But last weekend, he told me, "Do you remember during Mr. Packard's open house how you guys were doing karaoke and I was sitting in the corner because I just tore my knee again? You played a song I liked and told someone to get me up and dance. You don't know how much that helped me out mentally." If I'm being honest, I had little memory of doing this. To me, I just saw a friend that I know like having a good time, sitting out. And obviously I knew about his injury. I was there when it happened. But in my mind, I didn't think that deeply about the way my actions can influence someone else's life. What Riley doesn't know is that to me, he is one of the strongest people I've met. Through all the injuries and battles he has gone through, he is still going on to play college basketball at this next level. That's a testament to his resilience. But outside of basketball, he's just a really good guy. So that quick 5-minute conversation I had with him turned into days of me thinking about moments where classmates influenced my life and the values that Brooks has instilled in us so these moments can spread beyond Brooks. With a quick Google search, you can look up the 6 Brooks School core values. These are the values that keep Brooks accountable as a school, but also help keep us accountable as individual students. During my first couple years here, I honestly didn't understand the weight of these values. I thought it was just something we were required to write at the end of our essays and tests. But as I reflected on my time at Brooks, as most seniors do in their last few weeks of high school, I've slowly learned what each of these values mean to me. I've learned that as much as these values were learned through my personal experiences, even more were learned through conversation and experiences I've seen with my fellow classmates. So I've decided to list what each of these values mean to me. The first core value is empathy. Empathy is a value that a lot of people are afraid of because it forces you to step outside of your own perspective to understand somebody else's. Ryan, you're one of the most empathetic people I've met. You listen and can relate to pretty much anything people tell you. You have a way of making people gravitate towards you. It seems like anywhere in the world I go, someone knows a Ryan Hashem. That's the type of impact you have. I strive to have the ability to recognize and understand people's feelings the way you do. The next core value is engagement. Engagement is one of Brooks's highlighted values. Your Brooks School experience will not be the same if you do not engage into the community. Sloan Hayden is the leader of this value here at Brooks. Sloan honestly might have more friends that are teachers than students here. This is a testament to who she is as a person. She's not afraid to show people who she is. Being a new sophomore, it could have been so easy for her to hide away and just go through the motions, but she didn't. Anytime I might feel embarrassed about doing something, I know Sloan will be right there ready to embarrass herself with me. Through Sloan, I've learned what true engagement feels like. The third core value is integrity. There are so many people in the class of 2026 that are always doing the right thing, so it was hard for me to narrow it down. But where I've learned integrity the most is from Elsa, Summer, and Jagger. These three might be some of the hardest workers I know. Summer and Elsa being three sport varsity athletes and always being there for their teammates no matter what. And Jagger, my best friend, always working his butt off to be the best version of himself, have shown me what real integrity is. These three have the best moral compasses I've ever seen. I've seen each and every one of these three up early or out late on their respective court or fields. These three won't let anything come between them and their dreams. To me, that's what true integrity looks like. The next core value on the list is passion. Personally, this is the value I think I resonate with the most. So it's fitting that the people who have taught me the most are Hugh, Kai, Jasper, and Owen. These four guys have shown me what true passion looks like. From their deep care and love about their respective sports, like soccer and hockey, to late night conversations Jasper and I have in the dorm about legacy here at Brooks and how our impacts hold our actions. These boys have an unwavering respect for everything they're involved with. They force me to think deeper about traditions that build Brooks into what it is today. I enjoy the healthy pressures that Brooks puts on me, but these four live for it. That's what true passion looks like. The fifth core value is confidence. Wes Bixby and Caleb Hatch are some of the most confident people I know. Their energy is infectious and they always know how to have a good time. They are some of the most authentic people I know and truly believe they can make a good time out of anything. Even though this might not lead to some of the best decisions, most of this year's successes on campus are thanks to them. From karaoke during open houses to packing out sports games, these two would always be the masterminds behind the plans. Their confidence in themselves, but also the student body, is what ultimately led me to be the best version of myself here. The sixth and final core value is creativity. Some of Brooks's most creative minds are in the class of 2026. When I think about the arts, it's hard to not think about all the contributions Giada Musto has made. I've had the privilege to be a part of a production with Giada, but also art classes. Seeing how Giada's mind works in the classroom, backstage, and on stage is incredible. Sarah, Joelle, Ainsley, and Micah, you guys are also always leave me in awe when I see or hear your works. But your creativity isn't limited to just paper or instruments. Your creativity influences me the most when I'm conversating with you all. I love picking your brains because you all generally think about the world in a different light. That type of creativity I take with me in almost everything I do. Although there are 6 main core values, for me, there's an unspoken 7th that I think we should talk about more. Love. Love is an emotion that I've grown to learn during my time here. Before Brooks, I would actively try to avoid it because of its uncertainty. I thought love had to be perfect. But I've learned that the best type of love is a flawed one. I love the fact that Brooks isn't perfect. I love how imperfect each and every one of us are. I love how weird we are. I love hearing Kiki's laughs and Caleb's screams in the hallway. I love seeing Sloan's stanky leg and Phoebe's headstands. I love Cameron's dry sense of humor. I love how down-to-earth and real SA is. I love seeing AD and Rohan smile. I love screaming KB's name. I love seeing Victor dance, and I love seeing Samara try to park. I love seeing Ben's dogs on campus, and I love seeing Henry Osborne wear shorts in 10-degree weather. I could sit here and list off so many more things, but the two biggest things I really love is how we all shine in our own light and how we leave places better than how we found them. Since our first time stepping on campus, Mr. Prackard promised us that Brooks will be the most meaningful educational experience we have had in our lives. After my 4 years here, I believe he's succeeded in making this statement true in each and every one of us. Class of 2026, you guys are the most meaningful part of my experience here, and I'm so glad I get to call you guys my classmates, friends, and now alumni. I can sit here and confidently say I love each and every one of you. We did it. Now let's go party. Thank you.
Thank you, Tristan. And now we have 3 prizes to confer. The Trustees Prize. The Trustees Prize awarded by the faculty to any member of the school community who has served beyond the call of duty. This young woman has been an outstanding student for all 4 of her years here, excelling in all 6 disciplines in ways that have led her teachers to celebrate her integrity, her passion, her work ethic, her persistence, her curiosity, and her obvious intellectual strength. As one colleague put it, her ideas are consistently insightful and well considered. She earned the Henry M. Buell Photography Prize as a 5th former, which underlines how talented and prolific she's been when behind a camera. The arts have been a prominent through line during her years at Brooks, and her work has impressed all who have had an opportunity to take it in. She has a thirst for learning that her teachers felt and appreciated, and will leave us this afternoon as a recent Cum Laude Society inductee, testament to all she has achieved. A colleague noted she balances seriousness of purpose with warmth and humor, contributing to a classroom culture where others feel supported and engaged. Beyond the classroom, she has been a leader of our DEIB prefects, an excellent dormitory prefect, and a devoted affinity group leader. Yet it was her chapel address in February of this year that illuminated student experiences on this campus that needed and continue to need attention. In so doing, she provided an opportunity for all of us to go through the door she opened and move in a direction of being a stronger and more inclusive community, of being a community that realizes the genuine belonging we all deserve to feel and experience. She has led from the front with conviction and moral courage, and for that we are all grateful. I'm honored to present the Trustees Prize to Nenzurashe Kudzai Shoko. The Faculty Prize. The Faculty Prize given by George C. Haas and awarded annually to a student who has made outstanding contributions to the life of the school. When I think about this young man, 2 moments stand out. The first was in the spring of his 3rd form year, when he was on our stage as part of an admission revisit day panel. He was tiny, he was funny, he was magnetic, he was confident, he commanded the crowd, he loved Brooks and told everyone they should too. The second was in the spring of this year, when he was again on our stage as part of an admission revisit day panel. He was no longer tiny, he was even funnier. He was every bit as magnetic, but in a far more refined way. His confidence had grown. He commanded the crowd with wisdom on top of his charisma, and he loved Brooks even more. Same student, lots of distance traveled. These two moments were sandwiched around total immersion in our school's life. As a student, he is routinely referred to as a classroom discussion leader. As an athlete, he's been a two-sport captain this year, and his leadership of younger teams will stay with returning players for years to come. He was a revelation on the stage in ways that had audiences awestruck by his talent and rolling in the aisles in laughter. He was at the center of just about every joyful moment because he played such a central role in making our school joyful, even dancing on the windowsill in my home as the karaoke machine did its thing. At the midway point of this year, his advisor urged him to keep leaving a great legacy here. I don't know what more he could have done. He's enriched our school's life in ways you can't measure. On behalf of the faculty, I'm honored to present this year's Faculty Prize to Hugh Kindersley Foster III. The Head of Schools Prize. The Head of Schools Prize was given in memory of George B. Case, Jr. There's something pretty extraordinary about anyone who earns universal admiration in any community they are a part of in their lives. This young man has done precisely that. He's done it by reaching every area of school life in his own trademark way, authentically, sincerely, purposefully, with curiosity and maturity and presence, and a warmth and care for others that is both unmistakable and truly distinctive. He is wise well beyond his years and couples this with such a fun and playful spirit. He's been the kind of student that every teacher is glad to have in the room for both the work he produces and the way in which he leads and enriches any and all discussions. He's been a two-sport captain, and his football and basketball coaches are quick to note how important he's been on the field and court, while adding that his special brand of leadership is even harder to find. He's been an exemplary senior prefect this year in a way that could almost lead one to conclude that the role was created for him. He carries the weight and responsibility of leadership in a principled and graceful manner. He has a moral center that is airtight, and I've seen this firsthand with him as a member of the school's honor board. He is a leader of leaders and seems destined to be that as his life continues to take shape, universally admired. Yet there's also that fun and playful spirit. In the afternoon preceding our school prefect trip to IHOP that night, he sent this email to Miss McKenzie and me. The group has decided to wear pajamas to dinner at the International House of Pancakes. We would love if you both could participate also. Me in pajamas at IHOP? I declined, but he did manage to get me to think about it for a bit. With profound appreciation for all he shared so generously with the school, it's my honor and privilege to present the Head of Schools Prize to Tristan Barry Quagger Yepto. And now, it is time for diplomas. Caden Robert Almaraz. Rohan Nilesh Amin. Kimani Isaiah Bab. Namya Sai Bandi. Kai Jacob Berra. Daniela Ava Bauer. Angeline Benjavitvili. Eloise Catherine Bertrand. Wesley David Bixby. Cole Oliver Bradford. Owen Walker Brown. Michelle Gianna Cayazzo. Herons Cantave. Jagger Silva Carrero. Riley Keefe Clark. Carson Joseph Cobb. Sophia Cadrenu. Phoebe Windsor Cogan. Sydney Reese Cohen. Posey Blythe Connell. Tilly Ida Crosby. Jonathan Ashton Darmati. Aiden Lane Davis. Armand DePana. Nicholas Francesco Diaz. Micah Jatir Dixon. Lucia Robin Donahue. Anna Lee Doran. Joelle Effa Boyati. Hugh Kindersley Foster III. Juliana Christina Giordano. Mackenzie Grace Gordon. Ainsley Charlotte Gorton. Wakeman Griffin Grabel II. Youngjin Ha. Jill Emily Hamilton. Trocon Nagby Harris. Ryan Khaled Hashem. Caleb Joshua Hatch. Sloan Dana Hayden. Drew Henry Hemingway. Muhan Daniel Jang. Jasper Scott Willard Johnson. Lorenzo Fellman Johnson. Zoe Killebrew Jolliffe. Tony Gia June Key. Elizabeth Alice Keekley. Alicia Marie Labranti. Kwangjae Lee. Miley Martha Lung. Madeline Briggs McAllister. Mia Macklin Dibb. Shane Anthony McGuire. Natalie Joanna Menendez. Brianna Niambura Mungai. Giada Renee Musto. Emma Lee Nagel. Abigail Tayen Nam. Tucker Scott Nichols. Neve Bear O'Brien. Eseose Maureen Olobosela. Henry Hayes Osborne. Sarah Christine Zhangshin Pan. Urmi Patel. Darian Alberto Perez. Ella Grace Phillips. Grace Delaney Pilkington. Sophia Angelina Principe. Kiara Maria Rivera Valdez. Catherine Joy Rocchio. Grania Ann Rolfe. Eleanor Caroline Sachs Salhanic. Ilyas Albertovich Saliv. Abigail Leah Schimmelman. Nenzurashe Kudzai Shoko. Benjamin Loomis Shagru. Cameron Katie Shumsky. James Bamford Sullivan. Joseph Philip Sullivan. Henry Taft Sumner. Callista Lumetta Tangney. Whitford Forbes Tealshire. Tegan Jane Toto. Samara M. Vigen. Noah Alaba Walker. Summer Lynn Warren. Mao Chin Julian Wei. Zichang Wei. Addison Elizabeth Wheeler. Elsa Alden Wood. Kate Arden Yannetti. Tristan Barry Quagger Yepto. John Francis Zaccaro. Tien Jean. Ivy Zhao. At this time, I would ask the Reverend James D. Chapman to come forward to give the benediction.
Before I offer the benediction, I want to say just a few words to the awesome class of 2026. As you can see, I've taken my shoes off. There's a reason for that. These shoes were given to me a couple of days ago by my fashion advisor, Mr. Barry, as a gift from him and also from the chapel prefects, and more importantly, as a way to remember all of you in the class of 2026. And I have to say, these shoes were just a wonderful and special surprise. They have my name here. They have the Brooks Shield here. They have Brooks Loves You here, signed by Namya on behalf of the chapel prefects. And the most amazing thing, which you can't really see, but on the tongues of the shoes are the words of the benediction that we always say at the end of every chapel. I don't know how Mr. Barry managed to do this. I know he did it in the makerspace, but it's really amazing. I wish you could all see it up close. Now, I know that you all know the words of the benediction by heart, and I love that. But I'm kind of old, and my memory isn't what it used to be, and so it helps me if I can see the words. So that's why I took my shoes off. So I could read the words. Now, in recognition of this gift, I want to ask Mr. Barry to come up here and join me, and I want to ask also if Namya would also come up and help me with the benediction.
My guy. That's my guy right here, all right?
So I just want to say again what a terrific gift these shoes are. It's one of the nicest gifts I've ever been given. It's so kind, it's so thoughtful, it's also so clever and witty and creative. And when they bury me, I'm going to be wearing these shoes. And I'm going to be remembering the class of 2026. So these shoes are a symbol of what I love about this school and what I love in all of you. Your spirit of caring, of fun, of engagement, of responsibility, of excitement and delight in being alive. Those are the qualities I've seen in all of you over these last 4 years, as I've watched you grow and mature and prepare to move on from Brooks. I love you all for your energy, for your humor, your spirit, for your support and caring for one another, and for your commitment to this school. I don't get to know all of you as much as I wish I could, but as a class, I've seen how strong and responsible you've been and how much you've given to build the beloved community here at Brooks. So over the last 4 years, there have probably been dozens of times in chapel when we've sung, "Seek first the kingdom of God." I know some of you wonder about the God part or have questions about it, but we could just as well be singing, "Seek first the community of love," or "Seek first the community of caring for one another," or "Seek first the community of service to others." If you take away anything with you from our chapel services, I hope it's that what really matters in life is that we learn to care for and to love one another, and that we love one another deeply, truly, with rejoicing when everything goes well, as we've seen today, and with tolerance and forgiveness when we fall down, which we all will do sometimes. As the song says, if we focus on seeking that great spirit of love, all the other things that we need in life will be there for us. So my prayer for you and for all of us is that we'll seek and find that great spirit of love that has the power to set us truly free, to transform us, to transform our lives, to heal us, to make us whole and complete, to give us the deep fulfillment that we all yearn for. So now it's time for the benediction. I'm going to read the words from my shoes with help from Mr. Barry and Namya, and I hope all of you who know the words will join in with a strong voice, sharing the blessing with your classmates, with your friends, with your families, and with everybody who's here today, giving their love and support and congratulations to the awesome class of 2026. Are you up for it?
Yes.
My friends, life is short, and there is little time to gladden the hearts of those who go the journey with us. So be quick to love, make haste to be kind, and may God, who knows you fully and loves you deeply, bless you and those you love. Go in peace and with love in your hearts. Amen.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. I love you all. God bless you.
Okay, as this Prize Day ceremony comes to a close, I would ask that we all stand as we are able, remaining at our seats as the class of 2026 exits down the center aisle, diplomas now in hand with applause ringing down from all of us. Congratulations to the class of 2026.